We are here at Swampy Lakes Sno-Park here in Central Oregon. Just got here as the sun is rising, and we're going to go do a snow hike today. Let's go do it. You're going to be taking Porcupine Snowshoe Trail onto Swampy Shelter, 1 3/4 miles away. As we enjoy peaks of the sun, of the morning sunrise, we will continue to hike along Porcupine Snowshoe. We are enjoying a winter wonderland. My gosh, this is beautiful. To me, this is quintessential Central Oregon in winter. Thick, white, powdery snow, incredibly snow-flecked trees. See more snow than you can tree at this point. My gosh, this area is absolutely spectacular. And now I'm hiking towards Swampy Shelter. Go take a look at that. Hiking in 13-degree weather. Not gonna lie, it's a bit chilly. I'm opting to boot pack it. So far, feels like a wise choice. Snowshoes add a lot of difficulty as far as the weight on your ankles and your trekking poles. So if you can avoid using them, I would always recommend doing that. This is what I think of when I think of a classic Central Oregon winter. We've got pine trees covered in snow, thick powdery snow as far as the eye can see, beautiful blue sky above us. This is absolutely beautiful. The snow level is actually deceptively deep, kind of looks narrow in this groove I'm walking in, but if you go a few feet away from this trail, you go knee level, maybe even waist level in some sections. As the sun peeks through our winter wonderland, let's continue along our snowshoe loop. We're at 5,800 feet is the base of parking lot. See some thick snow. Can't even see the pine trees. All you see is tree-shaped snow blobs. Every once in a while, my foot will actually fall into a little knee-level snowbank section. We're here in the Deschutes National Forest near Mount Bachelor, and got here a little after sunrise, about 13 degrees. And look at how beautiful these snow-covered trees are. This is ridiculous. Feels like something right out of a winter postcard. Ever go to one of those malls and they have a cool display section with like a snow-flocked tree, and you're like, wow, that's awesome. Well, this is like that times 100 on steroids. This is pretty epic. Beautiful. My gosh. Winter Wonderland, anyone? Oh my gosh. This is incredible. Feels like I'm walking through a postcard. Come stand here, it almost doesn't even feel real. Feels like this is some sort of fake elaborate set, but no, this is reality. Oh my gosh, this is beautiful. This beautiful Swampy Lake Sno-Park. I think this is the best one to come to early in the season in the Cascade Scenic Byway Bend area, because of its high elevation of 5,800 feet. It seems to accumulate snow at the fastest rate, earliest in the season. Gosh, this is incredible. I can't get over how absolutely beautiful this is. These little blue signs chart our path. Swampy shelter 1/4 mile to our right. Well, that is where we are going. We shall continue. Also makes it easy that that's the only route that has been rutted as far as a trail, so it's really the only way I can go. Look at this beautiful wonderland. My gosh. You want to talk about winter wonderland? walking through a real-life winter postcard. Here you go. This is absolutely beautiful. We are headed towards Swampy Shelter here on Porcupine Snowshoe Loop, one of the two loops at this park. Not gonna lie, it's very cold. However, once you get your blood pumping, you don't even notice the 13 degrees. It's about 5-degree wind chill. And nevertheless, very well worth it to come and experience such a winter joy of this trail. I spy a beautiful log cabin. Let's go take a look. We're here at Swampy Shelter, Swampy Sno-Park, Central Oregon, making our approach to Swampy Shelter. It's a classic A-frame log cabin design. Got a beautiful wood-burning stove in it. It's pretty big, actually. A lot of people could fit in there. It's already got a bunch of pre-cut firewood in there. Essentially serves as a safety base camp in case somebody gets lost or gets hypothermia. It's always nice to have an area you can create warmth quickly. And I'm loving these beautiful icicles on the edge of the cabin. We are standing outside Swampy Shelter here at Swampy Sno-Park, Central Oregon. This beautiful shelter. See the trails going off in both directions. Serves as essentially a base camp safety hut. Go ahead and step in so we can get a closer look of Swampy Shelter. Got a massive wood-burning stove. Love this A-frame construction. This is beautiful. As well as seating on 3 sides. Sit around the fire, have some cocoa or cider. Very cool. And here is our perspective looking outside of Swampy Shelter. We're here at Swampy Lake Sno-Park here in Central Oregon, and look at the very cool Swampy Shelter. My gosh, this is awesome. Loving the icicles on the edge of that roof of this classic log cabin design. This area is truly a winter wonderland. As we stand here in the heart of Swampy Shelter, let's go ahead and head back to our trailhead. Admiring beautiful mountain views along the way, straight ahead there, as well as over there. We'll walk by the shelter. And according to this sign right here on our right, we're 1 3/4 miles away from back to the trailhead. Once we get back there, we're going to actually do a different trail. We're going to do Long Snowshoe Loop, which is the other major snowshoe loop in the area. And we're going to go check out Nordine Shelter, which is the second shelter in the area. Those are the 2 shelters of Swampy Lake Sno-Park. The morning is young. I got here at sunrise, and we are still exploring. Pretty epic. Got thick, powdery snow. Already got a little groove here that we can hike on. I opted not to deploy my snowshoes or my trekking poles, just boot packing it. Got solid Lova boots, and this pre-made groove really makes it quite easy, actually. I always try to avoid the snowshoes if possible. They add a lot of weight and makes your legs and ankles get tired pretty quickly, and actually really creates quite a fatigue factor. You can only snowshoe a fraction of the distance you can hike, so sometimes you gotta deploy them, but if you can avoid deploying the snowshoes, I would always recommend just boot packing it if you can. Gives you more longevity and you can hike a farther distance, which I enjoy. Don't know if it's coming through the video, but sparkle of the snow. I always call this diamond snow. Probably not the first person to ever call it that, but that's what I call it. Got a glisten, sparkle. And we are hiking through a true winter wonderland. This area feels like a winter postcard that I happen to have stumbled across and I'm now wandering through, hiking between beautiful pine trees that are completely covered in snow. This is Porcupine Snowshoe Loop we're on right now. We just visited Swampy Shelter. Now we're heading back to the main trailhead, and I have designs to do long snowshoe loop over to Nordine Shelter. Now it's a BOGO on shelters today. Come to one Sno-Park, get 2 shelters. When I started today, it was 13 degrees, a bit chilly. My fingers did not enjoy that. Wind chill was down to about 5. But it is, I think, hopefully starting to warm up a little bit. Maybe a couple degrees. Or I've just gotten used to it. Fingers aren't turning black or blue, so that's a good sign. I love the sight of this sun peeking through, kind of lighting up the snowy forest. This is quite beautiful. My gosh, this is so beautiful. I can't get enough of the sun just peeking through and kind of lighting up the snowy forest. This is beautiful. Loving this sun bearing down on this snowy forest scape with this beautiful bright sun is quite beautiful. I actually got here a little before sunrise as the sun is still rising. It's a bit nippy, but it's starting to warm up a little bit. Also just getting my blood circulating from a couple hours of hiking is probably the best warmth mechanism you can have. Of course, I've got really warm, waterproof, breathable ski clothing on. It helps as well. But this area is really beautiful. I'm really enjoying it. Loving the sun peek through this snowy forest. It's classic ponderosa and lodgepole pine forest. So we're reaching a junction here. Same junction we came through on the way. We're 1 mile to Swampy Snow Park. It's 1 3/4 miles to the shelter we came from, so we're 3/4 of the miles way back, and we got a mile left to get back to the trailhead before we go on to long snowshoe. Even in a forest like this, there's a lot of elevation changes just on the natural twists and weaves of the trail. I'm in the foothills of Mount Bachelor, one of the snowier snow parks in Central Oregon, I gotta say. Definitely got the earliest snow here because of the higher elevation. Snow's almost a little blinding in this section. I don't know what's more blinding, the pure white, beautiful snow or the sun. Look how beautiful this is. My gosh. Sun is just straight on this whole section. Look at this. This is ridiculous. This is a winter wonderland right here. When I think of quintessential Central Oregon in winter, this is primarily exactly what I think of. This is beautiful. This is winterific. I'm walking through a winter wonderland. In the meadow, I do not see a snowman and I can't find Parson Brown. But nevertheless, I am sure I am walking through a winter wonderland. I can't get over how beautiful this is. This is ridiculous. In a good way. My gosh, this is beautiful. When you think of a winter wonderland, at least for me, this is kind of the kind of images that my mind conjures up. Classic pine forest, thick white powdery snow, dry snow that sparkles like diamonds in the sun. Look at this. This is incredible. My gosh, this is beautiful. Oh my gosh. This is pretty epic. This is quintessential Central Oregon.